December 4th, 2024, a day that shattered the healthcare industry and left a nation questioning the fine line between protest and crime. This is the story of Luigi Mangione, the man accused of assassinating UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Luigi Mangione was born in 1998, the son of Italian immigrants in the Bronx. Bright, ambitious, and principled, Luigi's intellect shone from an early age. By 26, he was an Ivy League graduate, poised for a promising career. But something changed. Somewhere along the way, idealism gave way to anger. Mangione became increasingly vocal about what he saw as systemic failures in the U.S. healthcare system. To him, corporate greed embodied by figures like Brian Thompson was not just a flaw, but a crime against humanity.
I would say I spoke to him pretty frequently. He was like a leader in our class, so I'm not quite sure the exact clubs because it's a while back.
Those who knew Mangione during his academic years describe him as passionate and deeply empathetic. However, his growing frustration with societal inequities began to dominate his conversations and writings. On December 4th, 2024, Brian Thompson was attending an investor conference in Manhattan. As he exited the hotel, tragedy struck. Witnesses reported hearing gunshots, and Thompson was fatally wounded. Within moments, chaos erupted. The footage reveals a calm yet calculated approach. In a split second, the gunman fires multiple shots, fatally wounding Thompson before fleeing the scene. Panic rippled through the crowd as bystanders rushed to help Thompson. Emergency responders arrived swiftly, but their efforts could not save him. The gunman had already disappeared into the chaos. This was no random act of violence. Investigators quickly identified Luigi Mangione as the prime suspect, a man with a motive as complex as it was devastating. Brian Thompson, a name synonymous with modern healthcare innovation, rose through the ranks to become the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. Born in 1974 in Minneapolis, Thompson was known for his strategic vision and ability to lead in one of the most challenging industries. Under his leadership, UnitedHealthcare expanded its reach and influence, impacting millions of Americans. Thompson's policies prioritized technological advancements and operational efficiency, making healthcare more accessible to some but sparking controversy among others. While many admired his ability to navigate the complexities of the healthcare system, critics argued that his tenure was marked by rising premiums and restricted coverage options, making him a divisive figure in the industry. Brian Thompson was more than a CEO, he was a central figure in shaping the modern healthcare landscape, leading UnitedHealthcare, one of the nation's largest insurance providers.
Hi, I'm Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare, and welcome to the attendees of Reuters Total Health. Our mission and values are focused on helping people live healthier lives and making the health system work better for everyone. I hope what I've shared with you today gives you a tiny glimpse into what is possible and how we view consumerism within UnitedHealthcare.
Thompson implemented strategies that delivered record profits. His innovation streamlined operations and expanded coverage options, but not without controversy. To some, Thompson was a visionary navigating a challenging industry. To others, he was the epitome of corporate greed. This duality made him a polarizing figure, particularly to those like Luigi Mangione, who saw him as directly responsible for systemic failures. For Mangione, Thompson wasn't just an executive, he was a symbol of a system that prioritized profits over people. In his manifesto, Mangione directly cited Thompson's policies as catalysts for his disillusionment and anger. What followed was a nationwide manhunt. Mangione was finally apprehended on December 9, 2024, in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Authorities discovered a chilling array of items in his possession: a firearm, ammunition, multiple fake IDs, and a manifesto detailing his grievances against the healthcare industry. The manifesto painted a picture of a man who believed he was on a moral crusade. But was this crusade justice or delusion? In court, Mangione pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree murder and terrorism. His defense argued that his actions were rooted in desperation and disillusionment with a broken system. But prosecutors portrayed him as a cold-blooded killer, intent on making a violent statement. The trial became a flashpoint for broader debates about healthcare reform and corporate accountability. Mangione's supporters called him a martyr, his detractors, a terrorist. Legal experts weighed in on the unprecedented nature of the case. Could Mangione's grievances be considered a mitigating factor, or would they cement his guilt? Luigi Mangione's actions, while indefensible, highlight a growing frustration with America's healthcare system. For millions, stories of denied claims and unaffordable premiums are all too familiar. But does this justify violence? Throughout history, the healthcare system has been a battleground for change. Mangione's case underscores the urgency for reform, but it also raises questions about the methods of advocacy. For Brian Thompson's loved ones, the loss is immeasurable. A father, husband, and leader, his life was cut short by a tragedy that transcends individual grievances. For Mangione's family, the heartbreak is equally profound. A promising young man now faces the weight of his actions and the consequences that follow. The ripple effects of this tragedy extend beyond the courtroom, impacting conversations about corporate ethics, access to care, and societal responsibility. Luigi Mangione's story is one of tragedy, frustration, and a nation grappling with complex questions. How do we get here? And where do we go from here? This is not just the story of one man, but a reflection of a system and a society at a crossroads. The trial of Luigi Mangione continues. The debates over healthcare reform endure.